Hello, everybody. It's Daniel here, and this is our next Emotional English Podcast episode where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Yep. Welcome, everyone. And today I have another great topic for you guys. Yep. So we have a topic about negative qualities of people. So we're having the vocabulary review topic. It means it's the revision of our knowledge of the specific vocab. And today we speak about negative qualities and how to transmute them into good. Not transform. We're not changing the form of our bad qualities. We're transmuting them into something good. Okay? So how to transmute them into good qualities. Okay? So 5 negative qualities of people and how to transmute them into good qualities or good. Okay? So this is the topic for today. Why I want to speak about this? Because first of all, we're learning English and we need to know some more vocab about people, about life in general, right? So, and negative qualities, it's the qualities which we see every day because mostly negative things are the point of interest of all media, of all news, of all philosophers, of all people and reality shows, right? So we like to know things which are negative. I don't know why is that. Maybe we're just trying to make ourselves more calm in this case when we know that something is bad happening with someone who is around or who surrounds us, right? So that's qualities which we really see around. And today I will talk about 5 of them, right? So we will face 5 because we are kind of limited in time. So we have 5 negative qualities. And I will look at each quality from different side or different perspectives. And we will transmute them into good, okay? So hope you got what I've just said. As always, I will read the negative quality. I will say a couple words about it. Today, I'm not using any resources. It's just the vocabulary practice. So you will hear the word, you will hear the expression or what the dictionary is saying about this word. I mean, English dictionary. And then we'll find the word which kind of giving us the chance to transmute this quality into something good. Okay, we will work on it and we will see how we can use this word in our daily speech and how we can improve our language and our proficiency of our language with that word, right? With a specific word. Let's start from the number 1, okay? So number 1 is criticism. Criticism, it's the negative quality of people. If you want to understand this word deeply, you can imagine the situation when somebody is saying something bad about your ideas, right? For example, I am in love with philosophy, right? I love philosophy. And somebody's saying that philosophy is a piece of junk, is a piece of shit, right? So this is criticism. This is when people saying that I'm not right, I'm not correct, so they are right, their ideas are good. So this is the representation, or this is an example of criticism when people saying something good of your ideas and saying that their ideas are the best or better than yours. Okay, people are self-criticized, so they are self-criticizing themselves too. It's a very popular problem when you say, "I'm stupid, I'm not good at it, my ideas are stupid because." It's all self-criticism. It's not very good as well. So criticism, it's a negative quality when you criticize other people. And self-criticism is bad because when you giving yourselves these bad and descriptions and bad qualities of your own life or of your own thoughts, this is very bad too. So what the dictionary is telling us about this word, let's check it out. So the classic dictionary from Google saying us this, what is criticism? Criticism is the expression of disapproval of someone or something on the basis of perceived faults or mistakes. Okay, makes sense, right? So when someone has a fault or mistake, people kind of giving the point why it's happened, right? Or why it is happening if it's the process, right? So it's an expression of a disapproval of someone, right? Or something. And it makes sense. It's pretty close, which we just discussed, right? I have a disapproval. I'm not okay with an idea that I am lazy, or my friend is lazy, and I'm criticizing him. I'm saying, "Hey, you're not good enough. You're not waking up early. You're not doing this. You're not doing that." So I am criticizing. I'm saying why the person is not that successful. Not a good thing. I'm not telling you right now how can we transmute this into something good. We will do it in the end. Okay? So that was the criticism quality, number one. Number two is weakness. Weakness. Okay? You can repeat with me, by the way. When I'm saying the word weakness or criticism, you just repeat. Repeat with me. Criticism, right? You repeat after me. Then weakness. Weakness, right? What is weakness? Imagine the person who is weak. Who is weak? You say, Danil, I have no picture in my mind. Okay, no problem. So imagine the person who is not powerful, who has no strength, right? The person who cannot lift weights. He's trying, he's pushing like, man, that's a very heavy thing, right? So he needs help with that. He needs help with lifting of weight, right? Because he's weak, he needs some help. So weak people are emotionally weak as well. So they cannot be powerful inside. It's not only about muscles, right? Weakness, it's a very global negative quality. Weakness, it's a problem which we face when we cannot solve some kind of situation or problem or just an issue, right? So we feel weakness when we are not perfect, okay? So it's the point of weakness. What the dictionary saying us about this word? Let's see what it tells us. Weakness, it's a state of condition of being weak, okay? If you don't know what is weak, it's very hard to understand what is weakness. So, but I think I'm pretty understandable, right? When I'm saying that weak people, they have no strength. They have no power, right? Say with me. Oh man, weak people, they have no strength. They have no power, right? Right. So this is pretty understandable word. Nothing hard here, right? So I think we can go in and pass through it. We go to the next number 3. Carelessness or inattentiveness. Let's repeat it with me. Carelessness. Carelessness. Carelessness, right? So you know the word care, right? I'm caring about you. Oh my God. I'm very careful, right? But what is careless? Careless means no care. And ness explains us the big state, right? The state of carelessness. What does it mean? Or inattentiveness, right? When you're inattentive, you are not concentrating. You're not paying attention to something, right? Inattentiveness, it means the opposite of attentiveness, right? The opposite of attentive, okay? We got this? So let's repeat it again. Carelessness, inattentiveness, right? Kind of synonymic things, right? What is this? Let's imagine the picture. There is a teacher and there is a student. The teacher is saying or explaining the word or explaining the situation or telling you a story, and you're like yawning and like, oh my God, I don't care, man. I don't care. This is all bullshit. That's not what I'm really into, right? And this is what the negative quality is. You're not paying attention. You're showing your carelessness, right? Carelessness. You don't give a F word, right? So you're ignoring things. This is the carelessness. You're not paying attention. For example, you have a dirty butt. You have a dirty bum, right? You have a dirty ass, but you don't care about it. This is the representation of this negative quality. It's a carelessness. What the Google is saying about us, right? Carelessness, it's a failure to give sufficient attention to avoiding harm or errors. Okay. So let's simplify it. It's kind of hard to understand, right? Failure to give sufficient attention. Sufficient means good enough attention to avoiding harm or errors, right? It's kind of limited explanation here. But if we go a little bit deeper, we'll understand this word deeper in the use of synonyms, right? Inattentiveness, when you're not attentive, when you're not paying attention to things, when you're not concentrating on something, right? Without concentration, you cannot understand an idea, right? So, but if you want to concentrate, you need to pay more attention. You need to take care of a problem or a situation or a story, what the teacher is telling you, right? So you're paying attention and you understand more because your concentration rate is kind of raising. And now you are very careful. You're very attentive. You are paying attention, right? You're not paying money. You're not paying to someone. You're paying your attention. You're paying attention. You're here and now. You're listening. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention now, what I'm saying? So if you are, you're not having carelessness around you, okay? You're pretty attentive. You're very careful, okay? I think we got this word. Number four, it's the word selfishness. Selfishness. Repeat it with me. Selfishness. Okay? Next word, selfhood. Selfhood. Egoism. Egoism, right? So these words are all about the same thing, right? Selfishness, selfhood, egoism. Let's try to understand this deeper, right? Let's imagine the guy who is taking care of himself a lot. He ignores everyone else and he concentrates, he paying attention only to himself. He never listens to others. He never practices something together with other people. So he respects only his words. He respects only his look. He never listens to someone. So he's listening only his own thoughts and words. Why? Because he's selfish. He's a selfish person, right? So he only taking care of himself and never taking care of others. You have this picture in your mind now? Perfect. So this is the selfishness as a state, right? You don't want this quality, right? Because selfishness is a very bad quality because it's the full potential of ego used here, right? You don't want to have too much ego, right? All religious organizations, they're saying that when you have a lot of selfishness, it's very bad. You should get rid of it. You should stop being selfish. Okay? Selfish people, they're always trying to have everything for themselves, but they never give. They never give something back to people. And this is very bad. What the Google is saying us about selfishness, about selfhood, about egoism. Let's see. So selfishness is the quality or state of being selfish. Okay, it's like buttery butter. Buttery, the butter is pretty buttery. So that's what the Google is saying to us about selfishness. So it's a quality or state of being selfish. Another explanation here, it's the lack of consideration for other people. This is more, understandable, right? So we have more information here. It's the lack of consideration for other people. So it's the lack of concentration. It's the lack of paying attention for other people, right? So this is what the selfishness is, according to Google. I'm not saying what the opposite and how to transmute the selfishness into something good. We will discuss it a little bit later. Let's finish the fifth negative quality first. And the fifth negative quality is envy. Envy. Repeat it with me. Envy. Envy, right? Envy. Envy. E-N-V-Y, right? Letters. So envy. Another state is jealousy or grudge. Jealousy or grudge, okay? So these three qualities are very close to each other, but they are explains a little bit different things, but about the same quality, actually. Envy is the most powerful one. Envy. How to see the picture of envy? Let's see the picture. I will draw a picture for you guys. Imagine the person who is very envious. And you cannot imagine this person because you have no idea what the envy is, right? But if you know, or if you don't, let's imagine the person who likes someone's car. Let's imagine you have no car, or the person has no car, but someone else has a car. Right? There is another person who has the car. The car is big. The car is beautiful. The car is expensive, right? And you want this car. You want this car as well. All right. God damn it. Look, this guy, he has the car, but I don't. But I want this car. So this is the feeling happening inside of you. It's called envy. I want this guy's car because the guy is nothing, but I want this car. I want his car. So what the Google is saying us about this word envy, it's a feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions. Oh, yeah. Very hard to understand, right? So Google is not very easy to understand here, right? So let's make it more simple, right? So it's a feeling inside of us. It's a negative feeling, which kind of happening in the reason of someone's possession. Someone has it. Someone's owns it, right? And you want to own it as well. And that feeling is negative showing up inside of you, right? And you cannot do anything about it. You cannot, because it's just showing up and you feel it and you're like, oh my God, I want this car so badly. This stupid guy has it. I don't. What a bad thing, right? We can work on envy, not a problem, but we will speak about it a little bit later. But I want you to see this envy, to see this jealousy, to see this grudge in the reason of envy and jealousy, that people, they feel very bad, and the people, they really want someone's possessions. They want to have it. Instead, they're not okay that someone has something and they don't. Okay? So make a picture of it. See it clearly. Now, let's go to see these negative states again, and you tell me what is it. So I will give you a little pause, and you tell me with your own simple words, what are these things? When you say something hard with something simple, you understand more. You understand and you can use it. You guys tell me, what is criticism? What is criticism? Okay. So criticism is a negative thing, right? Right. And criticism, it's when you say bad words about someone's ideas, someone else's things, right? Qualities, right? Or when you're commenting negatively someone's faults or mistakes, right? Yes, that is a criticism. But now let's see, how can we transmute, not transform? We're not changing the form of an item. We're transmuting the item, right? Transmutation, it's a bigger quality. It's not the transformation. We're not changing the form of an object or subject. We're transmuting. We're changing it. We're getting rid of one and having the new quality. How can we beat criticism? 3 examples. With a compliment, when you give a compliment to someone, you are transmuting criticism to the new state. Okay? So you can give a compliment to people. You can praise someone's faults or problems and respect people for making mistakes in a positive way, in a positive manner. And practice the improvement, right? When you're practicing improvement, you're saying, I accept your mistake. I accept your fault. I don't want to criticize you. I want to approve your tries. Okay? So this is the negative quality which we transmute in something good, right? To something good. So we compliment things, we praise, and we approve, right? It's the acceptance, right? Criticism classically is the opposite of acceptance because people criticize because they cannot accept the situation, failure, problem, or a person. All right? How can we beat the criticism and transmute criticism into acceptance? By improvement, praising, and compliment. Giving good things instead of criticizing and sharing negative thoughts. Next one is weakness. All right? What is weakness? Tell me. What is weakness? And you're right. It's an opposite of strength. It's the opposite of power, right? Weakness is not good state. It's the state where you're not having a chance to fix or solve or make something, right? So how can we transmute weakness into something big? We can transmute this state with strength, with evolution of our own mind. And when we gradually working on ourselves every day, day by day, piece by piece, we're working on our own weaknesses and transmuting them into our strengths, right? Strengths, positive points, positive, good, powerful things, powerful points, right? We're working on our own inner power. Inner means inside of us, right? So we're transforming our body. No. Yeah, actually we can say transforming, right? We're transforming our muscles from the weak state to the good state, powerful state. Yes, this is a transformation. We can say the word transformation, not transmutation. So we can transform our body into a good state, and then we can get rid of weakness because we can lift weights easily now. We have the strength and we have the power in the reason of transformation of our own muscles, right? Into a good state. Now let's think of weakness again. And how can we transmute our inner weakness, our, let's say, mental weakness into a good state? With the same thing, with being powerful. When you try to be powerful, when you try to be relentless, you're getting far away from weakness. All right? It's a good state. Next one is carelessness or inattentiveness. You guys tell me, what is carelessness? What is inattentiveness? Okay. Is it a state when you pay attention a lot? No. It's a state of an opposite one, right? It's when you don't pay attention, when you're ignoring someone, right? When you are showing that you're not interested, right? So you're not giving a sufficient amount of attention. So you are totally careless, right? Okay. How to transmute carelessness or inattentiveness? We should be careful. We should practice carefulness. We should practice deep attention to something. Okay? So we're getting rid of carelessness and transmute carelessness into carefulness. Now we're fully careful. We're fully butter, right? We're fully paying attention to a subject or object or thing, right? We're sharing our deep attention. We're pointing our mind with a full, deep attention. Okay. Number 4 is selfishness. Tell me, guys, what is selfishness? What is selfhood? And what is egoism? I got it. It's when you like someone's things, right? When you love everyone around you, right? When you love people. Of course not. Of course not. I'm just playing around with you. So selfishness, it's the complete opposite of it. When you love yourself and ignoring people's interests, right? You're taking care of your interests, but you're totally ignoring other interests. How can we transmute selfishness? How can we transmute selfhood and egoism into a good state? We can use altruism. Altruism, it's the complete opposite. We can practice generosity, right? When we are trying to be generous, when we're sharing money, when we care about other people who are surrounding us, right? We're taking care of them. We say, I love you guys. You are better than me. You are more important than me. Because when you're taking care of others, you're taking care of yourself as well. Okay? So when you're taking care of people's problem, you're fixing your own problem. When you're sharing your altruism, when you're sharing your, volunteer behavior, you are working and transmuting your selfishness into something really good. All right? And this is the important thing to do. Selfishness is a disaster. Selfishness is a very negative thing. I hope you understand that. I hope you work on your altruism and generosity. It's very important to do. The next one is envy. Envy, jealousy, and grudge. How to take care of it? What is it? I see. Is it something like a feeling, right? Like a state of loving someone's possession? Oh, yeah, it is. So you I mean, you hate that someone is very lucky, right? Because you have envy inside. You hate that someone has a car because you have an envy inside of you. You hate that someone is very cool. You hate that someone can speak English, but you cannot. So this is the envy inside of you. Get rid of it. Let's transmute the envy. How can we do that? Again, with generosity, with sharing the quality you have, with love, with proudness, with admiring of someone's qualities and possessions and luck. Honoring people. Respect them for these qualities and learning how they achieve these results, these possessions, these luck and qualities. Okay? So, for example, don't be envious of my speech. Respect the speech and practice with me. Be with me. Subscribe on this podcast and work on your English daily, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. Practice English with me. Don't have envy inside of you. Don't be envious. Be proud. Be generous. Be admirable. Be honorable. These qualities will transmute your envy, jealousy, and grudge into something good. And you'll be the better person. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for sharing this time with me and our podcast episodes. So we just discussed the 5 negative qualities of people and how could we transmute them into good qualities, into good states. It's not the only 5 negative qualities which we can practice, right? It's only the part of this. We can see and we can practice more of these later on. And if you have something to say, if you want to share your thoughts, to share your feelings, to share your problems in English, just send me your message and we can discuss these problems next episodes with you guys. Thank you all for liking this podcast. Thank you all for sharing this podcast on your social pages, right? Social medias. I really appreciate your feedbacks. I really appreciate your subscriptions, right? I really appreciate your thoughts and your messages you sending me day by day. Really appreciate that. Thank you all for that. And I really love that you have a chance to learn and work on your English. It's really big pleasure to me. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. I see you very soon. I'll try to make more content as I can, but I'm trying to find the time for this podcast and this episodes. And be powerful, be fulfilled, be cool with your qualities, and work and transmute negative qualities into something good. Thank you all. Hug you all. Kiss you all. I see you very soon. Bye-bye.